Hello everybody and welcome to EDUC 5613. This is your school facility management course. I like to begin each of my courses with a quick walkthrough of the syllabus and what our course looks like on Blackboard and navigate you around to get you started. So you can see that I am in the announcements page. This is where you will always come when you enter the course. Whenever I make an announcement, and I will try to make an announcement within the first few days of each week just to let you know what is going on in the week, any important information you need to know regarding our course or the program. I put that in an announcement and that goes to your NSU email. I say that because everything that we do as far as Blackboard in the course goes directly to your NSU email. If you and I have been communicating through your work email, please go into your NSU email and forward that to your work email. You can do that, but keep in mind everything for our courses, whether it's mine or anybody else's, are done only through your NSU email, and you must forward that if you don't check it. Otherwise, check it daily. So you will always come to this page when you enter a course, but let us go over here to the menu and actually go to the Start Here page. So the Start Here page is basically telling you how to begin the course. Here's my information. The best way to get a hold of me through our course is on my cell phone. You can call the office phone, but I don't put that on here simply because I'm in the office off and on, and sometimes if you miss me, it may be as much as a week before I get back into the office. So my cell phone is the best way. Text or call. If I don't answer, just leave a message. I'll get back to you. If you text me the first time, please be sure to include your name so I can scroll back and see who it is with whom I'm speaking. Please limit it to about 8-ish at night. After that, I tend not to respond. So that's the best way to contact me, is through cell phone. You can obviously contact me through email as well, and we'll see that in the syllabus in a minute. Office hours are mainly on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I want to highlight the Tuesday office hours from 4 to 8. That is time that we will try to specifically do things when we get into talking about some site visits that we may schedule. We're going to try to schedule them on Tuesdays, what fits best with most, but we'll talk about that. But I will be in virtual office hours on Tuesdays, and we'll talk about that in a second as well. That means that even though our class is 100% online, I will be available on Tuesdays from 4 to 8, and we can meet virtually. If you have a camera on your computer and a microphone, you need at least a microphone. We can talk and visit and carry on just like we were sitting in the office together. Wednesdays and Thursdays, 1 to 3 in Tahlequah. I put that at 3 so that if I need to visit with anybody after you finish school, most of you are teachers, we can do so, and I can just come by after work in Tahlequah. So I can meet you in Tahlequah or Muskogee or wherever you may be if it works out. So we go from the Start Here to the syllabus page. You can download the syllabus here. I like to include a course calendar so you can see each week what we're doing, and I will go through here periodically and mark off the things listed on here. The assignments due at the end of each week. Our weeks run from Monday to Sunday, Sunday at midnight, and everything that is listed as an assignment due is due Sunday at midnight of the week. So these things are due Sunday, January the 14th at midnight. Let's take a quick look at our syllabus so we can pull this up. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, just a few items here. Number 2, we talked about the best way to get a hold of me. There is my email address. This course is completely online. Number 3. Number 4, there are no official meetings for this course. Please note the office hours dedicated to this course will be on Tuesday evenings from 4 to 8, at which time I will be available for live sessions in Zoom, which are established in the course. If I'm not in the Zoom meeting room, just text me and ask me if I'm available, and I will jump in there. Most likely I am and have just forgotten to sign in. The prerequisites for the course is simply graduate standing. Here is the catalog description of our course. This course is designed to acquaint school administrators and others with the construction and maintenance of buildings and provide curriculum adequacy, safety, efficiency, beauty, adaptability, and economy of construction and use. We're not going to go through all these, but I want to just highlight the course purpose. The goals of this course include the ability to develop the mechanism for designing and remodeling the school facility, the understanding of how to initiate steps required for completing a building project, the ability to ensure a completed project meets or exceeds all state and national standards, and finally the understanding to demonstrate the knowledge base required to maintain the facility. Upon the completion of this course, you will be able to explain the various stages in construction of school facilities, incorporate stakeholder input in the assessment of your own facilities, examine policies and make judgments regarding your own facilities, and understand the complexities involved in construction of school facilities through conducted interviews with stakeholders, and we'll talk about what that means. Again, this is an online course. The instructional methods will be reading, discussion, and immersive learning. There's a required textbook, Tanner and Lackney's, the latest edition of Educational Facility Planning, Leadership, Architecture, and Management. As far as grades, you can read through that. The one thing I want to point out is simply this. I like nice round numbers. So your course is worth 100 points. There will be 3 additional bonus points. So at the end of the course, you will have a total of up to 103 points. Because the 3 points are bonus, you can simply look and see that it says 95.5 out of 100. That's a 95.5. That's an A. Okay. Because there are bonus points, there is no rounding. So this is your grading scale. When this says 92, it should say 92.99. And actually, because I've reworked it, we don't need to worry about the points at the end. Incompletes, you do have an opportunity if you get to obtain an incomplete in the course. That is a right as a student. I try to work with you as much individually so that we don't get to that. Incompletes are tough. That means that while you're going to a new semester, you're also completing an old semester, and so it's just adding more work for you. So I rarely give incompletes. That's because I'm going to work with you through the process. But if we do get to that point, there are a few requirements, mainly that you have to have 3/4 of the work done. Up to that point, I will give you a contract and tell you specifically what to finish and the timeline. And you acknowledge the fact that whatever your grade is in the course, if you obtain an incomplete, the highest grade you will earn will be a B. So just a few things here. Instructor policies. My expectations of you that you complete all readings on time. You complete all assignments on time. You read through this syllabus and you notify me as soon as something arises that prevents you from completing any work on time. In return, you can expect from me I will be fair in assessing all your work. I will return all work submitted within 1 week of the deadline. I will return all emails, phone calls, inquiries, and others with a response within 24 hours during the week and by the following Monday if after noon on Friday or during the weekend. And I will notify you in advance if office hours or the course calendar changes. One note, we looked up here, you have 10 quizzes and discussions. Actually, it turns out what that means is you have 8 quizzes, 2 discussion boards. For those 8 quizzes, notice our note here. You're allowed to take each quiz up to 2 times during the week assigned with the high score recorded. Quizzes will not be reopened after the due date unless prior arrangements are made with myself. So with that, let us look at our course calendar. So this is, as a graduate course, you're going to be doing a lot of work outside the course, okay? And it will culminate and come into the course as we go through the course. So it's going to feel like it's starting off slowly, but my encouragement to you is to stick to the readings and just read through the material. And as it starts coming together, that immersive learning aspect that I told you about will start coming forward, okay? And the only way that's going to effectively reveal itself, we could say, would be that you're caught up on all this background stuff. So it's going to feel like you start off slowly, but trust me, you have to do that and everything will fall into place. So each week you can see here what's going on. After the first couple of weeks, we have a little bit of something submitted each week. Let me pull up the syllabus again here real quick. I meant to look at this. So when we go here, you will be conducting, in addition to the chapter quizzes and the 2 discussion boards, you're going to be conducting 5 interviews. We'll talk about that before they're due, and I have some specific forms for you. You will be conducting 5 site visits, and we'll talk about that before they're due. And again, I have some specific forms for you. I will say that on the site visits, when we get to that, and all this will be slowly revealed to you as we go through the course, okay? So don't stress that you don't know exactly all the details right now. The site visits, though, you can visit your own site. If you're in the district that has multiple sites, you can spend 2 of your sites within your district. I would encourage you to work with your classmates and organize tours of other facilities, and you can visit your classmates' facilities. And then I will organize site visits if the group wishes. I have some administrators around the area, and we've visited their sites before, and we'll talk about, when we get to that point here in the next couple of weeks, what it is we're looking at when we go into these site visits, just like we'll talk about what it is we want to discuss when we do interviews. But all that will come, okay? So don't stress over that it's not there in week 1. You will get it, I promise. And then your facility report will also come, and we'll start that during the second half of week 2 with the facility report. So those are the major assignments for the course. That's how your grade will be determined. But you can see once we get started, after a couple of bonus items the first week, a little bit light the second week, and then starting in the third week, you're going to start with some quizzes, some interviews, then we have some site visits, some discussion boards, and every week after you have something that is due. Okay, so enjoy the slight lull you have at the beginning here. So let's go to the weekly modules. Each week they will appear. When you go in there, if you have my classes, you will, in the past, or if you're taking my other class this semester, this will look familiar to you, but the things change down here, so please read through them. We start off each week with what you will be doing. So here we're going to watch a video. You will be doing discussion board. This is a bonus. You'll be taking the pretest bonus over the syllabus in the course, and you have a short assignment, and then we'll review, so then you can go down through each module, and everything that I say is down in the module itself. Okay. And then finally, like I said, we will talk and look at what's ahead. So next week, week 2 of our course, we'll begin looking at the facilities audit report. This will be your major project for this course and will take a few weeks to complete. You will do this. You will also do some more reading in the textbook. Slight typo there. Please note the facilities report information will be available Wednesday, not Monday. And the reason for that is that I will be out of town this first week at a conference. I will have access to email, but I will not be able to take any phone calls because it's out of the country. So I will return next Tuesday and get all the stuff ready to go for you in the meantime. Okay, so if you have any questions this week, we can answer through email, or the last item I'm going to show you on here is our discussion board. So in our discussion board, we have the Q&A Cafe. This is where you can interact with each other. This Q&A Cafe allows you to post questions that are general to the course. If you want to work with somebody on setting up a site visit of their school, you can put them in here and say, hey, this is Joe, I work in Liberty Mounds. Anybody in South Tulsa want to schedule some site visits and we can exchange and so forth, okay? If you have questions about the class, hey, I don't understand this assignment, can you explain this? These are questions that generally would benefit everybody. Put them in here. I will go in here and check and answer, okay? And then here, your other thing here is your introductions that you will do with each other. So, last thing I want to show you is our virtual classroom. This will be updated for spring of 2018, but at any time you or your classmates can go in here and visit and talk and see each other. Again, if you have video, I will be in here on Tuesdays from 4 to 8, and we can have any discussions we want on those times during virtual office hours, okay? But keep in mind that you guys can access this room anytime, 24/7 during the semester. So with that, I return to our announcements page. I'm looking forward to a great class and getting to know everybody. Best of luck.